in the last video, we have seen how to create an API to list the department. Okay. Now we are going to see how to add the drop down in the form. Okay. Which is going to list out the content of the API which is created recently by us. Okay. These we are going to merge together. Fine. So let us go one after the other. So first let me open the Excel which is already kept open by me. Okay. So what we did is, see, by default, this would be false. So we made it true. Okay. So generally what we'll do, Control J, drop down, go to drop down, and you come here. And by default, this is going to be false. You'll be making it true to enable it. And now the DDL name is department ID, DEPT ID. Okay. Fine. That is given. And what is the table name? Okay. So table name, we should know what is the table name from which the data is going to be pulled. So let me go back to the API, which already I have listed here. So what is the table name here? Department list. That is the table name. So as per the API, DEPT list is the table name, right? So I'll go back to this and I'll give the table name here. Okay. Then a description. What is this description? Is department, correct? So the explanation about the, then DDL column name. What is DDL column name? What are the content of this thing? There are two content. One is department name and department ID. So what has to be in the drop down? Department name, right? So that is going to be listed out. So I'll be selecting department name. And what is the DDL ID column? Department ID. Okay, fine. So all things are done. Now, under what panel this has to come, that we need to decide. We'll go to the order object. So up to join date is there. In the panel 3, I'm going to put department ID drop down. Okay. So what is the panel 3 and order is 8. Okay. Fine. Now I'll go back to the form. So panel 3 and 8, by default it is there. Okay, so no change is required. Okay, now, as of now, even name and even function doesn't require, so I'll remove. Okay. And there is no one more department drop down, so no comma is required. Okay. And array name, by default, ST array is there. You leave it like that, need not change it. That's it. So no changes is required in the array name. So what are the things to be filled? Department name, table name. Table name, you should get it from your result of the report. So under that, DEPT list is the table name. This table contains the information about the department name and department ID. So that I'm going to use it here. Okay. So that's about the table name. Then a description name describes about the drop down. It is nothing but department. And the DDL column was department name and DDL ID column is department ID. Fine. So now this is done. Generate the form and you could see the drop down added. Okay. Let me generate the form. So what I need to do, copy AU. So I need to open the FileZilla. Before that, I'll put it in my project. So let me open my project. Under the my project LM. So LM employee add is already there. So I'm going to create one JSON. So LM employee add dot, not that. Let me put 2024 07 21 1707. Okay. So the file is created. Now I'll edit the file and put the content into that AU content into that JSON. Whatever the JSON copied from the Excel, I'm putting it here. Save, close this one, and this particular file has to be shared to the Sai folder in the through FTP. So I'll open the FTP. Okay, already it is in kept open. So I'll open this Sai folder here, and I'll select this LM folder here, and my file, new file is here. I'm just going to upload this. So once upload done, this will be generated. So the file is generated. Okay. So PHP file is generated. So again, I'll download that one. Okay. Delete the existing employee, add, rename it. I'll delete the text file also, not required. I'll rename it. Okay. So I'll delete the 2024. Fine. So the PHP is ready. I'll copy this PHP into which folder? Under the stud folder. Okay. So I'll again upload to the stud folder. It asks for a replacement. Yes. Overwritten. Now you check the data. Okay. Let me again just refresh. So you got your department. But only thing amazing, the no data is found in that. So how to do that one? That would be, I'll show in the upcoming video. Okay. So drop down has been added. Now how to add data into this particular drop down? Because here we are not using the API yet. You need to call the API. How to call that API? We are going to see in the upcoming video.